Nerdle's coming through with the absolute bangers. I am constantly astounded by the creative talent of our community, and I'm so grateful that I get to review it every week. If you want me to review some of your work and grow along with our musical community, then you can do that by joining the Discord using the invite link in the description down below. We're going to start off today's video with Cimarron doing a cover of an Invalid song. He usually records them or learns how to play them on his Twitch channel, of which I'm a mod, so I know I'm gonna love this. Let's check it out. Oh yeah, this is crazy. Just, you know, tap with your pinky sometimes, I guess. Yeah, Sim's process of like choosing which track to play while learning the song is interesting. It's basically just like whatever stands out the most or whatever seems most necessary to kind of the melodic narrative of the tune. I love it when he flexes and like sings some of the words as if the song isn't basically impossible to play without singing. It's kind of dancey. Yeah, man. This is one of my favorite Invalid songs. It was a pleasure listening to him learn it, honestly. Here comes some of those singing again. Come on, man. Show it off. Oh, man. This is such a jam. Come soon enough. This part of the song has been stuck in my head for the last couple of days. I think I must have watched you learn exactly that part and then just like couldn't get it out of my head. It always amazes me how long Invalid songs are. When stuff is this complicated, it almost stresses me out just thinking about recording it, so I always end it prematurely, I feel like. Pete always gives it exactly enough time to breathe. And I'm not sure how much other members contribute to writing the songs, but maybe they deserve some credit as well. Oh yeah, and just like the dynamics of Invalid songs, the ups and downs. When you start putting out stuff with Aerosim, I really hope that you maintain that kind of practice of having songs with a lot of ups and downs. We were talking about how we both really like Jacob Collier, and if that's the case, then I'm sure you're well aware of just how far music can go in terms of emotions and dynamics. Man, this is insane, come on! But I think that's one of the reasons you chose this, because you wanted to play another Invalid song with a guitar solo in it, right? Yeah, just blown away. What can I say? You're a legend. Oh man, the little like call and answer part of that. Ugh. I know like it's been a part of music forever, but I'm just realizing that call and answer is like a very versatile and like an amazing device. And I'm going to be incorporating it in some of my songwriting to come. Obviously, you and Pete are already all over it. The homie Joe on drums doing an amazing job, as of course you'd expect. I actually do the production on Joe's podcast over at Choke Artists, so go check them out. They're excellent. Especially if you're a math rock or emo nerd, they're always talking to people relevant to that community. And yes, as you can tell by the end cards, these are not the only insanely difficult marathon songs that Cimarron knows how to play. So make sure you check out their YouTube channel. I'm going to have this video in the Nerdle content playlist, which is linked down below. You can find all of the videos by our community members in that playlist, and I definitely recommend you check it out, as well as the rest of Cimarron's content. All right, next up we have a tune by Kitsune, who is a band by a friend of Nurture Nurture named Man of Fruit on Instagram. I think their actual name is Jonathan Pittman. This song actually has quite a few views on it, and you might be more familiar with this band than you would be with our band, Nurture Nurture. So it's kind of ironic that I would have it here, but I'm really excited to listen to Kitsune for the first time. I know that Jonathan's really excited to hear what we think of this song, so let's have a listen. That classic like raking of the strings, like pure Midwest emo gold. So how many people are in your band, John? Is it just you? Oh yeah, some like Modest Mouse or Franz Ferdinand type vocals? Or maybe like Born Ruffians? It's like really indie rock. You're swearing so much, oh my god. It's just like, it's funny, the lyrical content is almost like a rap song. It's like really vulgar. That's fine. That's funny, I've never really heard this kind of lyricism in this context before. That's actually a really interesting idea. The cursing is so funny. You don't expect it at all. Like you're just chilling and vibing like it's a Vampire Weekend song, and then you just start swearing at me. A little giggle on the vocal track and everything. I dig it though, man. It's a good idea. Maybe like the instrumental is almost like Two Door Cinema Club actually, which I am down with. Yeah, it's funny. It almost has like, the vocals almost have the texture of like an Outkast song or something. It seems like the kind of thing that Andre 3000 would sing. Maybe like ironically? I don't know. I really like the bass's counterpoint, like the way that it's coming in to differentiate from the driving of the guitar and the vocals. Oh, we're gonna chill out a little bit. That's sweet. Very cool. This next one is by the Blue Orphan, who is now calling themselves Big Time Rush Pete or something like that, which I think might be a joke, but maybe not. I have to call them that now. I'm really looking forward to seeing what they're doing with their music all the time. This is another artist who we hear from recently on this series, and they're always growing and getting better, so this is probably going to be sick. Ooh, this is so chill. And you're kind of doing those like blues riffs that I know you for. Blues but smarter or something. I don't know. That sounds like an insult to like blues players. I know that blues players are also smart. Nerdier, blues but more dorky. Is that Weezer? Did I just describe Weezer? Oh, this is so nice, man. Oh, and I love the saturation on the drums here. Like the snare rolls are almost like crunched to death, but it's perfect. Oh, it's so chill, dude. I needed this. I could ride this bridge for like 5 minutes. Like this kind of middle section. Yeah, man. Oh, we're getting a clap in there. I don't know why, but this is like appealing to like a 90s nostalgia sensibility in me. It's like this is what was playing in my head when I thought I was being sly talking to a girl in middle school. Oh yeah, very nice. My cat just arrived. It must have heard the shaker and thought it was the sound. Oh, I love it. And this like, the synth is almost like reminiscent of the 80s, but obviously it's new, so it can't be reminiscent of the 80s really, but it sounds awesome. Yeah, it's crazy. It's almost like that first little almost timpani sounding synth was going to be the melody to carry us through the tune, but then this like sine saw wave one came in and it's like, no, I am the Captain Melody now. I am the melody captain now. Yeah, really cool, Blue Orphan, or Big Time Rush Pete, I guess I have to call you now. All right, next we got some live looping by Legionua. Maybe getting a little bit better at pronouncing their name as the weeks go on, but I'm doing it in a vacuum, so who knows. I know they usually make atmospheric music, so I'm interested to see if any of those elements come in. I wish I could watch them make this. Maybe next time you submit this, you should submit a video of you doing it. How do you get both instruments going at the same time? You must have like a really elaborate setup or something like that around you. Very chill, smooth. Oh, there's some subtle harmonies coming in now. Yep, I'm into that. Wow, this is really sad. It's like evoking some really extreme sad emotions in me right now. So did you choose the dissonant chords as like, are those like happy accidents? They sound fine. But is it like an improv thing? I guess it's live looping, right? So it must be improv. And they kind of like stay on top of each other through the rest of the song. It's a neat little like sour note reminder. It reminds me of the tension music in some movies when like there's a villain kind of like looping in and out of a narrative and they're like really nice. They're doing like good cop, bad cop, but only one person's in the scene. It's how my head works with me when I'm like trying to do anything in my life. I just play good cop, bad cop with myself until nothing happens. Oh, cool. You're almost using some like staccato chords to almost create a crash sound. That's really neat. Oh, we're getting noisy now. Okay. All right. We're not going to just do chill atmosphere. We're going to get dirty. Oh, very nice. So you take the dirty part out, create some contrast and some space. Yeah, that's very cool. Nice. I always had trouble doing that, like layering noisy parts onto a loop station or something like that and then taking the track back off. I don't think like all loop stations have that functionality, so it's cool that you can do that. And it was almost too daunting to think about how I could write a live looping song that eventually kind of like unbuilt itself. It's almost like you have to write a part two ways. You have to write it in the sense that it's going to come in and go out on the spot, which is tough. I actually used to do a full live looping set back when I was playing in an indie rock band. Real sappy mid-breakup type stuff, but it was a lot of fun. Ooh, some of this like octave dripping that's happening towards the end reminds me almost of the Mars Volta or something like that. Yeah, like octaves fading away from themselves and then leading into some noise. We're getting some real Mars Volta stuff going on here. That's sick. I could live with this being a more regular ambiance in my life. Yeah, very cool. I love the way that you're playing around with textures. People say that texture in music is kind of the color of this art form, although great artists would say to like never compare two mediums or whatever. But yeah, like your different effects and your timbres of your guitar are almost like the colors you're painting with, and I feel like you're using them in a really interesting way. And then we ease out with something nice and chill. Best way to do it. Add a little bit more rhythmic interest right at the very end. Good idea. Keep people thinking. Yeah, that was great, Legionua. You're such an interesting musician. I can tell that having fun is one of the important parts for you, and I appreciate that so much. All right, finally, we have something called Track 3 by a new Discord member named Napoleon. So, hey, Napoleon, what's up, man? Welcome. I can't wait to see what kind of musician you are. This is my first time hearing this, so yeah, let's see what it is. Hopefully it's like not super abrasive noise or anything like that. I can never write songs this interesting that are this long. And like, you're not losing my attention at all. You're like bang on. You're keeping me the whole time. This sounds so good. Gonna drive at the end and get some bass in there. I think this is the first time I'm noticing the bass. Tremolo picking, frig yeah. I remember that was one of the things that allowed me to kind of slip into listening to emo more often was when I heard the tremolo picking in some of their breakdowns. I really like how people add that. Nice little breakdown bridge. So I'll get quiet for a second and listen to some harmonics. Very cool. Oh, there's a lot going on right now. It's really cool that you just took it from like this low breakdown right into a brand new idea. I think it's a brand new idea. Maybe you're restating something that happened earlier in the song. I would have to listen to it a couple times. That's one of the coolest parts about math rock though, is like getting to know the secret or whatever by like continuously listening to it. A tempo change, truly a pro if you got tempo changes in there. Wow, so cool. And all the sparse instrumental at the end. That was so good, Napoleon. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to hear more from you. Do you have like a Bandcamp or a Spotify or someplace where I can listen to more of this? This is insane. I think our nerdles are really gonna love this. So that does it. Thank you guys so much for watching another edition of Nerdle Content Reaction / Jeff is astounded at how amazing his community is. If you enjoy this kind of content, then I really encourage you to subscribe to our channel. We'll be doing reactions like this every single week, and I would love to hear your content and hear how you grow as a creative and a musician. If you want another place to share what you're doing, then make sure you join our Discord using the invite link in the description down below. Thank you again for watching. I can't wait to talk to you again soon.